Hello everyone, my name is Pawan Chauhan. I have completed a diploma in mechanical engineering from Pimpri Polytechnic, and after that I have completed my degree in mechanical engineering from Dr. Basa Ambedkar Technological University, and I am basically from Nanded. So today's Viva topic is checked and unchecked exceptions. Uh, Before going to see the checked and unchecked exception in detail, we first need to understand what is exception and hierarchy of exception. So the in Java, exception is an event that disrupt the normal flow of the program. It is an object which is thrown at a runtime. So the hierarchy of Java exception classes. The java.lang.table class is a root class of Java exception hierarchy, inherited by two subclasses which are exception and error, and under these two subclasses there are several types of errors or exceptions comes. So the types of exception, there are mainly two types of exception which are check exception and uncheck exception. However, according to Oracle, there are three type of exception, namely check exception, uncheck exception, and error. So what is check exception? The classes which directly inherit the throwable class except a runtime exception and error are known as check exception. So these are the exceptions that are checked at compile time. If some code within a method throws a check exception, then the method must either handle the exception or must specify the exception using the throw keyword. In check exception, there are two types of exception which are fully check and partially check exception. So fully check exception is a mm, check exception which where all its child classes are checked, like IO exception. So the next type is partially check exception. A partially check exception is a check exception where some of its child classes are unchecked, like exceptions. Check exception is also known as a compile time exception. So the next type is uncheck exception. The classes that inherit the runtime exception and are known as uncheck exceptions. These are the exceptions that are not checked at a compile time. Instead, they are checked at a runtime. In C++, all the exceptions are unchecked, so it is not forced by the compiler to either handle or specify the exception. It is up to programmer to civilize and specifies try catch, uh, specify and to catch the exception. In Java exception, under under runtime exception classes are known as unchecked exception, and everything else under throwable is check exception. So let us understand check exception in detail by an example. So consider a Java program. It compiles fine, but throws an arithmetic exception when run. The compiler compiles it because the arithmetic exception is unchecked exception. Unchecked exception is also known as a runtime exception. that was about the checked and unchecked exception in Java. Thank you.